Atheists are just as bad as Christians when it comes to evangelizing. Or that's what I would be led to believe by the people who comment on my posts and comment on my videos. They say things like, you just want everybody to be an atheist. Why are you trying so hard to deconvert people, to make people lose their faith? And I answer with, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not. And I genuinely don't care. I don't know. Do you think those are true statements? Do you think that the majority of atheists are trying to win people to not believing? Because I don't think so. I don't view it the same way. I know there are atheists that do that. There are atheists that tell believers that they're wrong, that, religion is a cancer, or that, all religion is bad, religion is evil, and all those things. I'm not one of those atheists because I know that nuance is important. Thank you, Crow. Nuance is important. So where I land on everything is I don't really care where you end up as long as your belief system, isn't hurting people. If you just believe in gods, that's fine. Even if you're like trying to win people to Jesus, that's fine. But when you start telling people that the way that they're living is wrong, that's where the problems come in. Most of my friends are Christians. Most of my family are Christians, and I don't want them to not be Christians. That's not my motive, and I don't think that that's an accurate thing to say about atheists, that we want people to stop believing. I do think that some people do need religion, and that it does help some people. We're having fun out here on the Riverwalk. It seems to be a more common thing that I've seen lately. People telling me that I'm preaching that I'm just as bad as evangelicals. And it's not like there is an atheist belief system. The only thing that we have in common is that we don't believe in any gods. There are atheists from all walks of life. There are atheists who are still not skeptics in other areas. I think a lot of believers think that atheists, and even people who classify themselves as agnostics, think this about atheists sometimes, that atheists are just miserable people who just wake up every day and just shout at God, and they want all the people in their life to stop believing. But like, there's a lot more to people who don't believe than just that part of us. I can remain friends with my Christian friends without being like, oh my God, they need to leave their faith. They need to join me on the dark side or the light side, I guess, depending on however you look at it. The world would be a pretty boring place if we all had the same beliefs or lack thereof. So it keeps things interesting that people do believe in all kinds of gods. I don't necessarily want that to stop. I just want them to, as long as you think critically about why you believe the things you do, I think that's the most important part. And we would all be better humans if we did that. If we looked inward, if we examined why we believe anything. But especially religion, because it's something that people just hold near and dear to their heart. It's a code that people live by, It's ancient texts that they think hold the truth and stuff. So, but if you can, think critically about why you believe that, if you can come to the same conclusion at the end, I'm completely fine with that. I truly don't care where you land, as long as you don't land in a place that is intolerant of people just existing, of people wanting to, express themselves and be themselves. If you don't go around telling people that they're going to a place of eternal damnation because of who they love. And I understand that part of Christianity is to spread the word of Jesus, that, so that everybody hears it and everybody knows. But don't you think that most of us have heard it by now? Like, we know You don't have to keep repeating it over and over. I've been able to keep a lot of my friendships over the years with people who have completely different beliefs from me. Have my friendships kind of grown distant with some of those people? Sure, because, you know, the way that they see the world is a lot different from how I see it. And, you know, the things that they think are right, I don't think are right. And so obviously, like, the values kind of drift apart, but that doesn't mean that you can't remain cordial with people or friends, or that you expect them to change the way that they believe. Atheism isn't the goal, you know, it's just where I ended up. And even to say ended up is a little strong, because I'm still open, you know. I'm an agnostic atheist, so I don't believe that there are any gods, but I don't know. I'm open, which is, I think, more than a lot of believers can say, because they claim to know the truth 100%, and, you know, they won't waver whatsoever, no matter what evidence they're presented with. See, for me, atheism isn't the goal, it's just where I am. And, like, so I don't see it as the destination for other people. It's just, but I do think that atheists overall think more critically, and I think skepticism is always healthy. To any of you evangelical atheists out there, which I know there are some, that's a weird term, I guess, but there are definitely some, maybe slow your roll a little bit and realize that where you're at isn't necessarily the right place. But, you know, always encourage critical thinking, encourage skepticism. Dog bless you. I'll see you in the next video.